I shop at Goodwill for name brand clothes at bargain prices. Coach, $30.
I shop at Goodwill for one-of-a-kind finds. It's great for decorating on a budget.
I shop at Goodwill because every dollar spent here puts 7 Nevadans to work.
And because we're a nonprofit, there's no sales tax.
So shop.
Shop!
It's so good to shop.
Shop and donate today. Pahrumps Goodwill is located in the former Ace Hardware building.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Well, I know I've been glued to the Winter Olympics, but the PBR is on right now, too. 4 of the top 5 finishers in the professional bull riders event in Anaheim, California this weekend were bull riders from Brazil, making a comeback to a familiar place. Finishing at the top was Valderon de Oliveira, who won the event on a bull named C-Note with 90.75 points. Next weekend, the PBR heads to St. Louis. And we want to thank you once again to Judge Margaret Whitaker for this report. Town Manager Susan Holacek finishes up her discussion with News 46 regarding our community parks.
Last chance. I hate that name because it's just terrible. It almost sounds like the park is doomed, and I think so far it has kind of been doomed. So when I came on board, looking at some of the plans for it, it seemed to be a little bit too grand. And again, we have good advisory boards. So the Public Lands Advisory Board, when I went, said, you know what, we don't need all of that at the beginning. Let's scale it back. Let's cut it back. So right now we're looking at maybe a parking lot, obviously, so they can park their rigs there, a rail to tie their horses up, bathrooms, and maybe if we can do it a shade structure, but it's going to be scaled down a lot. And the nice part is, again, the residents worked with us. They said, look, we can take something a little less grand than, you know, the pictures I saw were flowers and trees and picnic areas. And in talking to BLM, they said, oh, we're sorry, we're not going to allow a well anymore out there because of, you know, environmental issues. So over time, projects change and you have to adapt to what's being allowed. So we're just going to work on the basics for last chance, and hopefully it's not going to be a last chance. It's going to be just the beginning of a first chance.
Give me an update on the fairgrounds.
Oh, fairgrounds, that's kind of exciting. So I know people want something at the fairgrounds, but the reality is you need power and water first before you can do anything. We have a parking lot out there. So what we're going to be doing, we're working with the county right now. They're building a channel. I don't know if you're aware of it. They're going to be cutting a channel to help us with flood control, and we're going to let them put the dirt on the fairgrounds property, because when we get ready, we're going to need dirt. And so this not only saves on the cost of us buying dirt, but trucking in dirt. So it's a win-win for both of us. When they work on this channel, we're then talking about bringing in the electricity that we need. Valley Electric is asking us to tell them what load factor we have. There's all these logistic things like that. And then the county has agreed to let us use the well that's out there now that was capped, and then we'll look at expanding the well. And then we're also talking to the county about the possibility of a wastewater treatment plant, because when we get ready to build the soccer fields out there, which is our first part of that before the arena, when we build the soccer fields, if there were a wastewater treatment plant, we could use effluent, or what they call gray water, to water the soccer fields, which again saves money.
Tim Wiggers from Nye Communities Coalition is offering a new table challenge.
So the table challenge with the Nye Communities Coalition started with the Holiday Task Force, and that's the group that puts on our community meals 3 times a year, and just recently the Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner. Well, those meals have grown, and we have borrowed tables year after year, and we got ourselves in a little bit of a bind. And the Holiday Task Force has decided that it's time to invest in some tables so that we always have them available so that we can grow all of the events on the Coalition campus. So the Holiday Task Force has set some money aside and is issuing a challenge asking the community to step forward and sponsor a table for $50. So, for example, if I decide to sponsor a table and I write a check for $50, the Holiday Task Force is going to match that. So my one table is now going to mean two. And we have a goal of actually generating enough revenue to buy 60 tables. That way we'd have enough for any community meal, for the monthly job fairs we do, for the teen nights we do, for all of the health fairs, community education things we do there, and our yet to be found new community events. So the challenge is out there for anybody that's interested in sponsoring a table or two or five at $50 a piece. Like I say, their gift will be doubled by the Holiday Task Force. So they can, anybody that's interested in this, we have a table challenge form, or they can just contact the coalition at 727-9970. And again, we're just trying to build the inventory of tables so that we can be more efficient with our events and actually not relying on others for the tables that we need.
And then, as far as sponsoring, will it say sponsored by on the table or anything? Or
we're looking into that right now. We really want to dedicate. It will. Mm-hmm. The question is how visible it will be. We are looking at the possibility of a little tag or something on the end of it. And so we're exploring that right now, but we want to spend the donations for what they were intended for the tables themselves. But we will find a way to recognize people, absolutely.
And because My Community Coalition is a 501c3, is the donation to the tables tax deductible?
It sure is, just like any other donation to the coalition. So, and I always throw my little disclaimer in as tax deductible as allowed by law.
And our own Carrie Sherrill reports on a Super President's Day sale at our local Sears store on Calvada Boulevard.
Come on down to Sears Hometown Store right here in Pahrump for the President's Day sale. Save up to 20% on all Kenmore appliances plus an extra 5% off with your Sears card. Save on all Samsung, Whirlpool appliances and get 12-month special financing. Sears has the top 10 appliance brands at the lowest price guaranteed. Getting ready for spring? Save on all power lawn, garden equipment, and outdoor storage buildings. Get 50 to 60% off on all mattresses and foundations and 25% off vacuums. Don't forget, Sears sells only the best Craftsman tools, and right now you can save up to 25%. Your local Sears is located on Calvada near Pahrump Valley Boulevard and also has an in-store kiosk for endless aisle shopping with free shipping to your door. Need a repair part? There are over 7 million parts available. Visit us on the web at SearsHometownStores.com. For more information, call 751-1557. This is Carrie Sherrill for News 46.
And here's Angela Miles with today's First Business Brief.
This is the First Business Brief for Monday, February 10th. I'm Angela Miles. A jump in gas prices is likely down the road. Winter weather, weak demand, and oversupply are holding prices in check for now. But AAA warns prices will rise in the spring as refiners close for maintenance. Prices could peak between $3.55 and $3.75 per gallon for unleaded. The current national average is $3.26. Brighter days are ahead for the retail industry. The National Retail Federation expects sales growth to increase by 4.1% this year, up from 3.7% last year, as shoppers feel more optimistic about the economy. And GoPro is going public. The video camera maker popular with thrill seekers will soon pop up in the stock market. The compact camera company faces competition from Google Glass and Samsung watches offering wearable video cams. Foxconn has a 9% stake in GoPro. That's the First Business Brief. I'm Angela Miles.
Well, the weather's just been amazing out there. I'm just loving it right now. Let's find out what your week has to offer with Noah Began.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Monday, February 10th. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 69 degrees and an average temperature of 61 degrees. Winds were coming from the north at 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 18 miles per hour. The UV index today was 4, which is moderate. Humidity was at 27%. Sunrise is at 6:36 this morning, and the record high in 1951 was 74 degrees. Tonight we'll have partly cloudy skies with a low of 41 degrees and an average temperature of 42 degrees. Winds will be coming from the north-northeast at 6 miles per hour with gusts up to 11 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 47%. Sunset was at 5:20 p.m. and the record low in 1946 was 19 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 67 degrees and a low of 41 degrees. Winds will be coming from the east-southeast at 3 miles per hour with gusts up to 6 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 31%. Sunrise will be at 6:35 a.m. and the UV index will be 4, which is moderate. For our 7-day forecast, we have a mostly cloudy week. Your high temperatures will be ranging from the high 60s to the high 70s, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the low to high 40s.
Thanks so much, Noah. Denny's is celebrating love with Sweet Valentine's Week. Come to Denny's to get your 2 for $20 meal, which includes an appetizer for 2 and 2 full desserts. A 2-drink minimum is required. Offer ends on Sunday, the 16th. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46 from everyone up here on the Hill, including Darby, Noah, Patrick, and even Carrie. That's going to do it. We'll see you here tomorrow night. Good night.